Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Before any of us can serve in the United States Senate, we stand in the well of the Senate chamber and publicly take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. I know we all take that seriously, as we should. This is not just another government document. It is really the inspiration of this government, and it still governs our actions to this day. Yet, if we view this document with honesty, we know that it was fatally flawed from the start. It got the issue of slavery wrong, in addition to some other issues. It got the issue of race wrong. And since the days when that document was drafted and signed, we have struggled as a nation to right that wrong. It has taken a long, long time. We properly celebrate those moments in history where we finally moved beyond the error of the Constitution on race and really moved on a new path. We celebrate that day 152 years ago when a Republican president of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, issued an executive order, the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed 3 million slaves in America. It is proper that we celebrate that moment because America stepped forward because of that president's courage and the use of his executive power. We also are celebrating now on March 7th, the 50th anniversary of the march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. It is fitting and proper that members of President Lincoln's party, the Republican Party, and Democratic Party members are co-sponsoring legislation to give a Congressional Gold Medal to those who marched across that bridge and risked their lives to further the cause of civil rights. It's not only fitting and proper, it's necessary, but it's not sufficient. What we are required to do in our generation is to stand behind those elements and moments in history where we can further the cause of civil rights. I am saddened that what was once a strong bipartisan issue, the Voting Rights Act, has become a partisan issue, but for one brave Republican House member. And it's become a partisan issue, and we've forgotten why they were marching across that bridge in Selma. It was about the same Voting Rights Act, which has now, sadly, been politicized. And let's reflect on the moment we have before us today. This is the first African-American woman in the history of the United States who would serve as our Attorney General. This is a solemn, important, and historic moment for America. To say that she is unqualified or doesn't deserve a vote for this because she agrees with the president on the issue of executive orders, I believe is fundamentally unfair. What else would you expect of her? She's serving at the invitation of this president. The issue of whether one side is right and the other side is wrong on the constitutionality of this executive order will ultimately be decided in the courts. It's already started along that process. And to hold her responsible because she stands by the president? I came away from the hearing with one very clear message. There was just no way that any Republican senator on this committee was ever going to vote for the renomination of Eric Holder for Attorney General of the United States. But that wasn't the issue before us. The issue was whether Loretta Lynch can serve as Attorney General. And I will tell you, having watched a lot of witnesses, including some extraordinary witnesses like John Roberts, I cannot remember a better, more professional, and complete presentation by any witness before the Senate Judiciary Committee. My friends, no one laid a glove on this lady because she is so good. It is unfortunate that as we celebrate events that took place 50 years ago in the cause of civil rights, we can't join unanimously here on a bipartisan basis and celebrate this civil rights achievement today.